Thank you. And thank you for the compliment. I don't think it's true. Greetings. I would like to apologize for becoming stuck in traffic, but I'll go to this as a representative of DRC, and we are talking DRC today. Thank you all for the support, for the efforts, and thank you. Together we can do it. At times it looks like we're not moving forward. Trust me, every single step that we take is worth it. And it's very meaningful to us, to the DRC, and to the people of Congo, mostly to the victims. Thank you. I'm speaking here today as a Congress lady who has witnessed and who listens to the victims every single day. And at times it breaks you up. But this is worth fighting for, because it's one thing to hear it from far away, it's another thing to hear it every single day. At times you even get to see and witness. So thank you for gathering this critical discussion on reforming the crime of aggression regime. The DRC as a test case. I'm honored to speak as a Congolese parliamentarian. The Democratic Republic of Congo is up here an example. I think it is the world's more. The human reality of aggression in the DRC. For decades, people of the DRC have lived under conditions that constitute a continuing aggression, a sustained assault on territory, sovereignty, civilian life, national resources, and human dignity. Millions have died not only from the direct violence, but also from the cascading consequences of aggression, like displacement, famine, sexual violence, economic predation, and the destruction of institutions meant to protect the civilians. Behind every statistic is a life interrupted. A mother fleeing with her children through the kibbutz, a young girl assaulted as armed groups shift across borders with impunity, a father who never returns home because minerals were worth more than his life. This is not a forgotten conflict. It is a crisis that continues to evolve in real time. And yet, the legal and political design to prevent and punish aggression remain almost entirely out of reach for the Congolese people. The Rome Statute, as groundbreaking as it is constrained in ways that disadvantage states like the DRC. Why? Number one, because aggression can only be prosecuted when committed by a state that ratified the Kampala Amendments, and my brother here just said he just mentioned, and I think I agree with him, that the Congo Parliament has to quickly move forward and ratify. So there's no obstruction for the international justice to move on. There's a jurisdictional barriers protect non-state armed groups, even when their actions functionally resemble cross-border aggression. The Security Council referral mechanism is deeply political, leaving African conflicts vulnerable to global power dynamics. Resource-driven aggression, what some call mineral militarization, has no adequate legal category, despite being a defining feature of conflicts in the Congo. In simple terms, the framework does not match the conflict reality. The DRC's experience shows the gap between the legal design and the on-the-ground suffering. The Congo provides a unique opportunity to rethink the entire crime of aggression framework in a way that is both principled and practical. We must consider models that allow the ICC or hybrid mechanisms to exercise jurisdictions when patterns of cross-border aggression are clear, even when not all parties have been, well, that's again going back to the Kampala amendments. So here we're thinking that this lithium, gold, coltan, you name it. Accountability must address the financial and logistical networks that enable aggression, not only battlefield conduct. Regional cooperation, a reformed regime must incentivize genuine collaboration among Great Lakes states, reducing the incentive to use proxies and intermediaries. For years, the world has benefited from the DRC resources. For example, we have powering smartphones, electric vehicles, aerospace technologies, and green transition. These communities bear the cost in blood and trauma. If the international community accepts this imbalance without accountability, then the crime of aggression regime is failing its most fundamental purpose. When aggression goes unchallenged in the Congo, it sends a message far beyond Africa, that some nations can be violated without consequence, that some lives are less protected, that some suffering is more tolerable. We must reject all of that. Closing call to action. The DRC gives us a chance, a difficult, painful, but essential chance to modernize the crime of the aggression regime so that it works for 21st century conflicts. Let the Congo be the case that pushes the world to act. Let it be the place where justice evolves. Let it be the moment where the international system finally says clear, aggression is unacceptable everywhere, against every person without exception. I stand here today not only as a parliamentarian, but as a woman who has seen the strength of Congolese survivors. They are not asking for charity. They are asking for justice, accountability, and dignity. Reform